All right, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard tonight's flight. We're taking the Trip 7 again. We are flying out of Miami, heading down to Rio de Janeiro, and going to be about an 8-hour flight. We'll get it all set up, squared away, and en route, and then we'll do some time compression tonight. Yeah, not feeling the 8 hours, even though it's going to be nice flying over South America, mostly Brazil. But yep, we're gonna do some time compression. Just getting set up, seeing if we can pull our departure clearance from Miami. So we've got their ATIS set up, and we'll listen to departure
ATIS. Initial contact. You have information with me.
Rachel, how are you?
I am International Airport ATIS information with 0053 Zulu. West 090 at 5. Visibility 10. Flight range 2,400 scattered. Ceiling 3,700 broken. 1,000 broken.
Let's see if I've got that.
5,000 overcast. Temperature 28. 2.26. Altimeter 2999er. Departing runways 8 left. 8er. 9er. 12 aircraft assigned runway 8 right or 8 must have numbers for runway 12 also. Notices to air mission. Numerous crane vicinity airport. Check current NUTM. Operate trans-west mode C on taxiways and runways. Bird activity vicinity airport. Hazardous weather information for MEA area available from ATC. All aircraft read back all hold short instructions and assigned altitude.
Electronic flight bag. Let's request data from SimBrief.
Advise on initial contact.
It's brought everything up for us.
Information with me.
We're set there. All right. Just got a whole bunch of info coming in at us.
International Airport ATIS information with
we've got information whiskey. Let's see if they give us anything there. In the meantime, we are going to go ahead and continue getting the aircraft set up. We are good overhead. Don't need to worry about any of that. And we're set there, and there. So, all right, looks like we got a lot to get programmed in here. So we've got our route. So we're going to go KMIA. Sierra Bravo. Golf Lima. You'll see that. Sierra Bravo Golf Lima. Pan Am, what do we got? Oh, well, no. Pan Am PAA 69er. And we can go ahead and request the route. That one there. Set payload, set fuel, select route. And it is requesting, so we're good there. And in the meantime, we will continue cruising through here. If we go to ground, Miami ground 121.8, let's drop that in.
Broken. 1,000 broken.
Let's see what we got. Okay, FMC descent forecast uplink is ready. Clear that. Wind data uplink is ready. Perf init uplink is ready. And Route 1 uplink is ready. Let's load. It is loading, and I'm seeing a lot of glitchy stuff here. It gave me a little looking for update when I got in, so. Rachel, welcome aboard. I appreciate you being here. I'm glad you're ready to roll. We are just getting set up, so let's go to our route page. Let's go to our legs page. Yeah, route page is good. And departure, let's switch over to ground 121.8. Let's ask them for clearance. So I'm going to bring this over here so that I can jot down some info when they give it to me. And we'll bring this here. Miami ground, Clipper 69er Heavy, stand Echo 23 with information whiskey. You'd like to pick up IFR to Rio de Janeiro.
Echo calling, no flat panel for you.
Clipper 69, copy. Give me just a minute.
Ground American 38 Heavy, we're ready for taxi.
American 38 Heavy. Runway 8 right, taxi via Mike.
8 right via Mike, American 38 Heavy.
Alright, we should be set now. Let's make that request again. Ground Clipper 69 Heavy, you should have that in your system now.
Clipper 69 Heavy, Miami ground, buenas noches. Thanks for that. Clear to Rio International Airport via Clara to departure VTAC transition and asphalt. Maintain 5000 flight level 350, 17 after departure on 135.17, squawk 3370.
And Clipper 69 cleared to Rio de Janeiro via the Clatter 2 BitTAC transition. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect higher 10 minutes after departure. Departure is 35.10. Squawk 3370. Clipper 69 Heavy.
Clipper 69 Heavy, verify departure frequency 135.17.
135.17. Clipper 69 Heavy.
Clipper 69 Heavy, readbacks correct. Ocean Star, pilot discretion, Clipper taxi, expect runway 8 right.
Push and start up to me. Expect runway 8 right, and we'll give you a call in a few. Thank you. 3370 is in the box. We're good to go there. And we are transmitting now, so there we go. So we'll push and start. That'll be our discretion. Everything else is good to go here. So we're going to depart on runway 8 right. And we will be on the Clatta 2 departure, BitTAC, and onto our route. Let's look at our pages. That's looking good, good, good. And then we can go back to our departure and arrival. Our arrival will be on the Utoboa 2 Alpha to runway 15. Let's see, what else we got there? I want to do the ILS Romeo runway 15. Let's see what we can do there. Let's go to our flight approaches. ILS Romeo. They have me on the ILS X-ray. Oh no. Let's see. Let's go back to our flight. Let's cancel. What's it got for us? How's this going to runway 15? Let's see what we got there. So let's go with the ILS Romeo.
American 38 Heavy. There is ATC. It's gonna be Tower 118.3. Have a great flight here.
Oh, tons of room there.
Switch
So we'll go ILS Romeo runway 15 from Utbom. Add that to the route, and there we go. So ILS Romeo runway 15. And we're coming in from, where are we coming in from? Mavgu. So back to our route, we can activate that and execute. And onto our perf our 0 fuel weight today. Let's go ahead and move this out of the way for now. And alright, so we can go to our performance tool, import from the OFP. We're going to go runway 8 right. And grab the weather and calculate that. And we can also go back over here and look at our electronic flight bag. Let's look at our weight. 0 fuel weight, 439,360. Let's see what it gives us here. There it is, 439, set. Everything else looks good. We can accept that. And we're good. On to thrust limit. And we're going up to 5,000. And we can drop this. Well, we could just close this for now. Alright, we are set. So, on to thrust limit. Let's go back to our performance calculation. The performance tool, takeoff, accelerate height flaps 5, N1 at 91.5. We can do takeoff 2 with a select temperature of 4.1. So let's go takeoff 2, 4.1. And then there we go, flaps 5. CG 29er with a 5.0, and it looks like VREF 165, 168, 172. 165, 168, 172, good to go there. So we're going to go 172 right here. And we're set. We're good. Thrust limit's good. Looks like we are programmed up on our FMC. With that, let's go ahead and get the APU fired up. You see the fuel automatically went on there once we hit that start button. And we're cruising right along, folks. Thanks for coming along with me. If you like this kind of flying, hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell so that you know when I hop into the flight deck. And yeah, we'll have a good time. So we're going to go on runway 8 right. So we will probably taxi Papa. And then up to runway 8 right. Runway 8 right, heading 09 or 2. And with the APU coming on, we'll wait till it's fully on and stabilized and taking over some of the power, and then we will go ahead and get the parking brake set. And coming through here, it looks like we don't, well, we have Miami Center and Miami Tower 118.3, so we're good there. That is Miami Tower 118.3. Then Miami Center 135.175. That was what they gave us on the notes. So there you go. And we're just about ready for push and start. So ground power is on, so we can go ahead and make that available and get rid of that. So we go over here, ground connections. We can go ahead and remove ground power. And I think we have everybody on board, so passenger signs can go on. All our fuel is on. We can release all of our ground equipment. And everybody should disappear here. Everybody's gone. Door management, we can, all the doors are closed. So we can arm all the doors and go back over here, remove the jet bridge. And remove the chocks. And we are set for push and start. Let's go through our checklist now. So oxygen's looking good, flight instruments are okay, and parking brake is on normal, and flight deck door is secure, passenger signs are on, mobile mode control panel is set, V2 is set, heading is set, altitude is set 5,000, good to go. V speeds are set. Oh, we need to accept those. That was silly. V speeds have been accepted and are in the system. And takeoff speeds. CDU pre-flight is complete. Trim is set for 5. That was my bad. Wrong button. And we need to turn on the hydraulics. And with that, we can go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4. We're at 5. Trim set for 5, so we're good. Trim is set. Taxi takeoff briefing is good. And we can go ahead and turn on our beacon now. Beacon is on. And before taxi. So we're going to go ahead and get pushed back. Let's go back, take a look. This is what the aircraft's looking at like right now. We are looking a-okay. We are expected to taxi right up there. So we will just push back and then we will head. I will ask for that intersection there. Make the right hand turn there and up to the runway that way. So back into the aircraft and we are set. So we will shift P and we should be able to see our pushback. He's all set there. He's doing a good job. And we do have our chocks removed. Chocks have been removed. We are just using the e-brake. There we go. And we'll go back here. We'll watch. Make sure he gets us out there a-okay. Bless you. Alright, there we go. We are parked up and I am going to go ahead and engage that parking brake. There we go. And we can go ahead and start engine number 1. So let's go with fuel and engine number 1. Oh, come on. There we go. 1 and engine number 1, fuel control. Before taxi, so we can go ahead and put our engines page on there. So we're looking pretty good. Everything's coming up nicely. And there we go. Waiting for fuel flow to kick in. And fuel flow is in. Vibrations are down. We're doing pretty good. looks like we have a successful light off engine number 1. Engine number 2 coming up online. Mohammed, how's it going, man? Good to see you there. Engine number 2. Looks like a good light off. And engine is settling down nicely. Engine number 2 is good. Set there. Fuel's all on. We can go ahead and turn off the APU. Got everything on. We're good. APU off. APU shutdown going okay. Passenger signs are still good to go. We can go ahead and turn on our taxi lights. And we will call ground here while we are ready to go. So what I would like to do is I will request uniform to let's see, uniform to Quebec if able, and we are good to go. Here we go, folks. We're ready to roll. Miami ground, Clipper 69er heavy, ready for taxi, requesting right turnout.
Clipper 69er heavy, runway A right, taxi via Papa.
8 right via Papa. Clipper 69er heavy. I think I can do a left turnout with that one. All right, here we go.
Advised.
Say again, ground.
Disregard, please.
Clipper 69er heavy copies. Thank you. And here we go. We are on the move, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of forward momentum. Back. And then we can go ahead and we go like this.
Clipper 69er, information X-ray is not current, altimeter 3000.
Clipper 69er heavy, I'll grab X-ray 3000. We're doing pretty good. Oh, we don't want that.
On the ground, Giants at 8960 heavy, with X-ray looking for IFR tank.
Paper 69 and heavy, contact tower 118.3, have a great flight, adios.
Last aircraft calling, check your mic, no audio.
Apologies, Clipper 69er heavy, shorter runway 8 right.
Clipper 69 heavy, Maimi Tower, good evening. RNAV, Waller, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Wilder, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff. Clipper 69er heavy.
I'm sorry, Clipper 69 heavy, it's RNAV Jamba.
I thought I did something wrong. RNAV Jamba, Clipper 69 heavy, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff. And with that, we can go ahead and turn on all our lights. Everything's good. RNAV, VNAV, oh, flight director's coming on. RNAV, VNAV, or LNAV, VNAV set. And we are proceeding on to runway 8 right. For heading of a 0902. And onto our checklist. There we go. Forgot to go through those. Recall's good. Auto brakes. Rejected takeoff. Thank you for doing that. Flight controls free and correct. Ground equipment is clear. Next. Before takeoff, flaps down to 5. And those are coming down, and all right, flaps set. We should see that green normal checklist. And after takeoff, landing gear up, flaps up. And here we go. We're going to go ahead and power up to about 55%, which should be right about there. And with that, we can hit toga.
V1.
Rotate. Positive rate of climb. Gear up. 15 degrees nose up.
Man, Clipper 69, heavy contact departure. Have a good flight.
Switching departure. Have a good night. Thanks for the help.
We'll see you.
Miami departure. Clipper 69 heavy climbing through 1,400.
Clipper 69, Miami Center, elevator contact. Climb and maintain flight level 350.
350. Clipper 69er heavy.
Miami Center, EPS 1332, checking in flight level 350.
UPS 1332, Miami
Alright,
Center,
keep those lights on. Turn that one off. Gears up. So we are good to go. We are on the way.
Delta
so
823, plan
flaps
ILS
can
9er.
come up above 5.
Copy that. We'll plan ILS 9 Delta 823 heavy.
And now that we're
American
past the
1042,
1,
plan ILS approach runway 9er.
bring those into the up position. We're good.
American 23, descend and maintain 16,000 and expect the ILS approach to runway 12.
Down to 16,000, expecting approach 12, American 23.
And very bright up here, so we're going to go ahead and dial this back a little bit. There we go, much better. Oh, and we can do this one.
Critter 164, connect Jacksonville Center 135.902.
Critter Jax 13592, Critter 1.
Oh. There we go. And let's get that one.
November 3 Tango Whiskey, the wind 100 at 19er, gust 29er, runway 10 right.
There we go.
clear
Nice,
to land.
calm, quiet, cool, collected evening. Flying out of Miami. Going to be nice, good flight. Let's bring our range out a little bit. We got traffic on, and let's go ahead and put the data on our tags. So with that, thank you very much for being here, ladies and gentlemen. We're on our way. There we go. Now we need to fly into Bermuda. Sweet. So we,
Good evening, American 1199, out of Orlando 3.5, coming to 14,000.
American 1199, Miami Center, good evening. Climb and maintain flight level 270.
That's level 270, American 1199.
Hey, Miami Center, American 23 request.
Go ahead.
Is it possible we can get the visual for 12?
Absolutely.
You're the best, thank you.
yeah, let's tuck that one away so we don't have to look at it. There we go. We can bring this one over. There we go. We're on our way, folks. Climbing through 10,000 feet. We're going to wait till we go through, keep the lights on until we're through with transition altitude, 18,000 feet. Switch over to 299er2 or International Standard Atmosphere. And then we will go ahead and turn off all our lights. There you go. A little bit of lightning, I think. Let's see if we've got any weather. That's one I should have had on when I first flew into Tahiti the other night. Go ahead and
Sterling 1147, plan ILS 10 right.
You're right.
Oh, nice lightning there. Wow, that was a good one. Logo lights coming off. There we go.
Departure information, Yankee, Quest number.
Wow. Good thunderstorm there.
Southwest 2013, Maimi Center, your clearance is on request.
Alright, we should be getting out of Miami Center. Oh no, we're in Miami Center for a little bit. I don't think there's any Nassau. So I think we're doing pretty good. I appreciate you guys being here. Nice lightning.
American 1042, reduce speed to 250 knots.
Climb through 10,000. You can go ahead and
Miami Center, good day, Delta 1275 on camera, stand by, 522, right again.
Delta 1275, Miami Center, clearance on request, stand by. American 23, descend and maintain 1000. American 23, descend and maintain 1000.
Down to 1000, American 23.
Spirit winds 1147 at pilot's discretion, descend and maintain 4000.
I just flashed in the first time and went 1147.
I am not getting any bumps or jostles that I would expect coming out of something like that with the weather right there. So we'll have to take a look at that.
Delta 823, turn right heading 060, descend and maintain 3000.
Delta 3, heading 360, descend and maintain 3000.
Heading 060, descend and maintain 3000.
Copy that. Heading 060, descend and maintain 3000. Delta 3 heavy.
Alright, getting ready to climb through 17,000. We can go ahead and turn off all our lights then. That we're good, and then we can hit the standard button. We're on our way up to flight level 350.
Amp altimeter 3004.
Going through, we can go ahead and look at our FCOM. We've got that. Let's grab that wind. Load that info. Should have had that before.
Delta 823, you're 5 miles from grit. Fly heading 060, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 9er approach.
FCOM's good, FCOM's ready to go.
0 and
VNAV, we're good.
maintain 3000 until established on the localizer for runway 09 approach. Delta 3 heavy.
And step to 370 in about 1,500 nautical miles. So 0542.
And Delta 823, maintain 230 knots or greater until you join the localizer, and then 190 knots or greater until a 5-mile final.
230 knots until established, and then 190 or for.
All right, nice little clean cockpit here now.
American 1042, reduce speed to 230 knots.
Get that one put down. Let's get these.
Delta 823, turn 10 degrees right.
10 degrees right for Delta 3 heavy.
American 23, descend to maintain 8,000.
Done at 8,000 feet, American 23, thanks for the service.
What one would that one be? Aha.
American 1042, intercept the runway 9er localizer.
Alright, we are set up. Nice dark cockpit for us. We're flying along nicely. Got some thunderstorms out there. Nothing showing up on our radar. But we were climbing to flight level 350. Looks like we got NASA on the Bahamas right over there.
GPS 1332, descend via the Frogs for arrival. Maimi lands, east, Maimi altimeter tree 000.
We will descend via the Frog 4 and Miami landing altimeter 2000, GPS 1332.
American 1042, you're 10 miles from grit, cleared the ILS runway 9er approach, maintain 230 knots until grit, and then 190 knots or less until the final approach fix.
Clear for landing ILS 09, 11023 to grit.
American 1042, then 190 knots until the final approach fix, and just a clarification, you're not yet clear to land.
190 knots, final approach, not clear to land.
Delta 823, connect tower, 118 point tree.
118.3 for Delta 823 heavy.
I guess I'm now starting to see a little bit of the jostling.
American 1042, connect tower, 118 point tree.
118.3,
American 23, descend to maintain tree 1000 at pilot's discretion. The field now is 10 o'clock and 5 miles reported in sight.
Descend on the 3000 at pilot's discretion. We have the airfield in sight at our 11 o'clock.
American 23, you're cleared for the visual approach to runway 12, at least a 10 mile final, please, no shorter.
Cleared for the final, and make sure we're in 10 nautical miles. American 23.
American 23, just to be clear, 10 or more, please, no fewer than 10 miles.
No fewer, 10 or more, American 23. Sorry for the confusion.
Problem, Spirit Wings 1147, turn left heading 190, vector final approach course. Sorry about the long downwind.
No problem, 190, going 140.
Man, those people are feeling some stuff out back.
Delta 1275, you can push at your discretion, cost taxi, expect one left for departure. American 23, just want to make sure you know where the runway is, sir. You should be turning the downwind by now. That would be approximately tree 00 on the heading. Looks like you're going to go right through the final approach course for runway 12 at about 5 miles.
I understand. I'm a little bit too high to land for 12 at this time.
Yep, that's why you would fly a downwind of another 5 miles, a base of about 3 miles, and then a final approach segment for about 10 miles, which would give you a great opportunity to descend from 5,000.
Roger, left turn 300.
Spirit Wings 1147, turn left, heading 130, intercept runway 10 right localizer.
One 30, intercept, right localizer, right 120.
American 23, turn right heading tree 60, turn right to heading tree 60. Square wings 1147. You're 10 miles from the final approach fix. Cleared the Alice runway 10 right approach.
10 right. Cleared 147. Thank you.
Okay, American 23. I'm going to spin you just one time so you can get a good long look at the airport here from about 4,000 feet. So American 23 descend and maintain 3,000 at pilot's discretion.
Descending down to 3,000, and thank you for your assistance today. And descend, I'm doing a little pain in the ass already.
That's okay. So just to be clear, American 23, you canceled the previous approach clearance. You can expect the visual approach when I turn you towards the airport.
So we're going to be canceling the approach that you've given me, and then once you spin me back towards the airport, then you're going to give me a brand new, beautiful clearance, American 23.
American 1199, descend via the coastal 2 arrival, Miami lands east, Miami altimeter 3000. I-3000, land, descend via the coastal 2 landing east, American 1199. Clipper 69, departing my airspace, change to advisories approved.
Clipper 69 Heavy, appreciate the help, have a great night.
To American 38, you're departing my airspace as well, change to advisories approved today.
Alright, we're going to get leveled out, then I'm going to go take a quick pause for the
Tiki-3 arrival, Fort Lauderdale land.
For the pause, get them out, get them ready for bed, and then I'll be back in. We'll do some time compression, and we'll be landing in Rio soon enough.
American 23, turn right, heading 180.
Right, 180, American 23.
Miami Center, Southwest 2013, 32, taxi 1 right at Tampa with the Yankee.
Southwest 2013, runway 1 right, taxi via Charlie, and cross runway 28.
Taxi 1 right via Charlie, cross 28, Southwest 2013.
Miami Center, Southwest Miami, level 7.
Southwest 588, Miami Center, good evening. Descend via the Tiki-3 arrival. The Fort Lauderdale lands east, altimeter 3000.
00 and Tiki-3 Southwest Miami.
American 23 on the rollout. The airport is approximately 10 o'clock and 1 miles reported in sight.
We have the airport in sight, American 23.
American 23, roger. Cleared the visual approach, runway 12.
Clear for the visual 12. Let's hope I get this right, American 23.
You got this, little fella.
Good luck. We're all counting on you.
Thank you.
Greatest move of all time. Wings 1147, the wind 100 at 19er, gust 29er, runway 10 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, I'm making a check run, Sterling 127.
Alright, well let's go to...
Center Delta 1275, ready for taxi, you've got Yankee approach.
Delta 1275, runway 1 left taxi via Victor.
Left via Victor, Delta 1275.
Delta 1275, my mistake. Taxi via Victor Whiskey.
Alright, Victor Whiskey for 1 left, Delta 1275.
American 23, it appears that you are making an approach to the Opa-locka Airport, which is approximately 6 miles north of the Miami International Airport. Is that your intent?
Come again for me, 23?
The airport at your 12 o'clock and about 4 miles to which it appears you are making an approach is not the Miami International Airport, is the Opa-locka Class Delta Airport, 6 miles north of Miami.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see that. That's my apologies. I was looking at the wrong area on my on my charts here. Is it possible I can get another turnaround into Miami again, or?
Yeah, no problem at all, sir. Climb, maintain 3000. Turn, tell you what, turn left heading 270, and we'll give you a nice gentle turn to the final approach course for runway 12 at Miami.
So you said west, that's left, correct? I apologize, I'm a little slow to it.
American 23, no problem, just turn left. Make a left turn to heading 270.
270. I appreciate your patience on this again. Like, it's been a long day for me.
No problem.
Spencer, good evening. Still wing 696.1 for 14,000.
Silver Wing 69, Miami Center, good evening. Climb, maintain 15,000, and let me see here. The Fort Pierce altimeter is not visible. Stand by. Wing 69 to Fort Pierce, altimeter 3004.
All right, up to 15,000 and hold. And 3004, up to 169.
Southwest 2013, the wind variable at 3, turn right heading 040, runway 1 right, cleared for takeoff.
Turn right, 040, 1 right, clear for takeoff, Southwest 2013.
So 1275, runway 1 left, line up and wait.
One left, line up and wait, Southwest 75.
American 1199, plan the, correction, expect the Alice approach runway 12.
Alright, Alice 12, American 1199.
UPS 1332, expect the Alice approach runway 9er.
Roger, can we take 8 right?
UPS 1332, of course. You can expect it.
Roger, thank you. Expect 8 right approach, UPS 1332.
811, 37, join us, that's the 11, something like that.
Spirit Wings 1147, roger. You can taxi to parking via, oh goodness, I always forget that one. Juliet Hotel 5, good night.
37, thank you for the...
Good answer.
Alright, I think we're good. I think we got this little feller set up
Air
now.
Canada 116. I don't have a flight plan on file for you, but I show you a flight level 380 about to enter my airspace. Would you mind putting one on file for me?
Yeah, I thought I had done that earlier, but
Yeah, it's not matching up for some reason. I don't know, maybe the call sign's different or something, but it hasn't popped in yet. I'll let you know when I see it popped in. And you do have opposite direction traffic, flight level 350.
Alright, so we are at 350. We are on our way down to Rio. I'm going to go ahead and do this for now.
Delta 1275, flight runway heading, runway 1 left, cleared for takeoff, wind variable at 3.
Runway heading, clear for takeoff, 1 left,
this one.
Southwest 2013, radar contact, climb and maintain 12,000 and turn right heading 160.
12,000, turn right heading 160, Southwest 2013.
American 23, reduce speed to, let's say 170 knots and turn left heading 180.
Well, down to 170 and left 180, American 23.
There we go, folks.
Air
Give me a
Canada
couple minutes. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick pause
Center,
for
good
the
evening,
pups,
Squawk
and I'll be back in a
4665.
few, and then we'll get the time compression land into Rio here in a little bit.
American 23, turn left heading 150.
Left 150, American 23.
American 23, descend and maintain 1,500.
Down to 1,500, American 23. I appreciate all the assistance right now.
Miami Center, Giant 8960 Heavy, 2.1, climbing 5.
Giant 8960, Miami Center, radar contact, climb and maintain, flight level 320.
Climb maintain 320, and request high-speed climb, Giant 8960 Heavy.
Giant 8960, approved as requested.
High speed's approved, thank you, Giant 8960 Heavy.
Delta 1275, radar contact, say altitude passing, climb and maintain 12,000 and clear direct BAPO.
Passing 2,000, up to 1,000 direct BAPO, Delta 1275.
Delta 1275, correction, clear direct Finky, my apologies.
Direct Finky for Delta 1275.
Good day, Mike.
Brewing 616, which airport, sir?
Boston,
Which airport are you at now? Okay, do you have a flight plan on file? I don't show one.
We should have one. If not, we'll probably.
Actually, you know what? I do have it. It's just not showing up in the usual place. Your clearance is on request, am I? Southwest 13, you're clear XAB, come and maintain flight level 230.
Correct CB, flight level 230, Southwest 2013.
Then Miami Center, American 23, we have the airfield inside. We have the correct runway this time.
All right, American 23, contact tower now 118.3. Good day.
118.3.
Delta 1275, you're climbing out of my airspace. Jacksonville Center's offline. Change to advisories approved today.
Dark side, Delta 1275. You.
November 135, Miami Center, your clearance is on request. American 1199, expect the Alice runway, right?
ILS right, American 1199.
November 135, looks like the tower's closed there. You're cleared at the Miami International Airport is filed. Maintain 2,000 Expect 5,000 minutes after departure. Departure, this frequency, squawk 4571, hold 4, release. November 1, tree 5. Your readback is correct. Change to advisory frequencies approved. Advise when you're number 1 ready for departure. UPS 1332, you're clear direct Cobra.
Clear direct Cobra, UPS 1332.
Am I forgetting anyone?
Oh, you forgot my coffee a long time ago.
Looks like you're almost over the Everglades. You could stop at Okeechobee for a nice cuppa.
Hey, here's a great place to land an airplane.
I'm sure the runway's long enough for what you're flying. American 1199, descend and maintain 4,000.
4,000, American 1199.
UPS 1332, descend and maintain 3,000.
Descending 3,000, UPS 1332.
UPS 1332, say airspeed.
Airspeed is 245.
UPS 1332, roger, maintain 250 knots.
Roger, maintain 250 knots, UPS 1332.
American 1199, reduce speed to 230 knots.
We're there now, 230 on the speed at American 1199.
You know, I never got it into the system I needed, but I'm going to have to do it via voice if that's okay with you. Okay, Air Canada 116 radar contacts, maintain flight level 380 for now. Sterling 616, you're clear to the Boston Logan Airport Felix 2 departure E-Tech transition, then it's filed, maintain 4,000, expect flight level 39010 minutes after departure. Departure at this frequency, squawk 1307.
Roger, clear to the Boston Logan Airport by the Felix 2, the E-Tech transition, 4,000 initial, expect flight level 39010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency with you, and once you 07 Fox for Sherwin.
Growing 616, your readback is correct. Call for taxi, expect 10 right.
Roger, 10 right for Sherwin.
American 1199, maintain 5,000 for now, please.
Alright, 5,000, American 1199.
Number 135, time now 0258 and 1/2. You are released for departure. Clearance void if not off in 5 minutes. If not off in 5 minutes, advise this frequency no later than 10 minutes. Your intentions, change the advisory frequency approved. American 1199 traffic, 11 o'clock, and about 6 miles, just now reaching 4,000, joining the final runway 8 right.
We got him inside American 1199.
UPS 1332 traffic, 10 o'clock, and about 5 miles now, opposite direction, level at 5,000. That's Boeing 737.
Yeah, the traffic inside UPS 1332.
Air Canada 116, descend via the Bonefish 2 arrival, Miami lands east, Miami altimeter tree 000.
Roger,
UPS 1332-4 from Copra, present heading, maintain 3000 till established, clear Dallas, runway 8 right approach.
Maintain 3000 to establish, clear for Dallas, runway 8 right approach, UPS 1332.
American 1199, descend and maintain 3000.
Alright, 3000, American 1199.
UPS 1332, maintain 190 knots or greater until the final approach fix. Contact tower 118.3.
190 greater until final approach 6 and Southwest 118.3 GPS 1330. Thank you.
American 1199, turn left heading 180. You can resume normal speed. I don't know if I gave you a speed restriction earlier.
Alright, normal speed left 180, American 1199.
American 1199, you're 7 miles from the final approach fix, turn left heading 120, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, clear Dallas, runway 8 right approach.
I left 120, 3000 until established on the local, clear Dallas, 8 right, American 1199.
November 135, radar contact, climb and maintain 5000, clear direct Aber.
Miami Center, November 412.
November 4126, uniform Miami Center.
It's just a question, and currently from Lauderdale, do I have to ask clearance to take off with you, or can I just repeat that?
It's me.
Roger, thank you very much.
Southwest 588, expect the Alice approach runway 10 right. Southwest 588, no problem. It's usually the opposite of whatever I assign, so you can expect the house approach runway 10 left. American 1199, Tower 18, tree good 8.
18-3, American 1199, good ship.
Serving 69 cross Ron Q at 12,000.
Rock Q at 12,000, 0169.
Miami Center, Southwest 2013, 5 miles from top of descent.
Southwest 2013, roger. Descend via the Tiki 3 arrival, Fort Lauderdale lands east, altimeter tree 001.
That is simply as a Tiki 3 arrival, and Fort Lauderdale landing east. Yeah, we would prefer the ILS one north as well. We're parking on the north side.
You can expect it.
Thank you, sir. Southwest.
November 13,010 now, take right. Southwest 588, direct Holland.
Miami Center, this is November 903 Alpha Zulu, currently located at Miami Executive Airport, requesting flight following to the Cape Coral Airport.
Number 903 Alpha Zulu, say type, and do you have the code for the Cape Coral Airport?
Okay, so we are at CBM 930, departure from 172 Skyfox, and the code is Kilo Foxtrot Mike EX issue.
Number 903 Alpha Zulu, and just for planning purposes, what's your intended altitude down there?
We're being embedded in ESR out of 5, but we kind of 3,000.
Yeah, we just put it in just to make sure we have some idea of deviations and that sort of thing. November 903 Alpha Zulu, squawk 0027. And not sure, I need to check to see if the tower's closed or not there at Tamiami. Number 135, descend to maintain 10,000, Miami altimeter, tree 001. Number 903 Alpha Zulu, you can contact me airborne for flight following services. Towers closed, change advisor frequency through.
Okay, we'll contact you when airborne, and we'll just stick with flight service. 3,000 for Miami, November 903 Alpha Zulu.
Southwest 588 airspeed. Southwest 2013, maintain at 270 knots, forward.
270 left, Southwest.
Miami is going to be afternoon, November 55, Sierra Charlie would like to pick up IFR clearance to Miami.
Number 55, Sierra Charlie, can't help you if you're at the Orlando airport.
And I'm done, sorry.
What happens all the time? Miami Center, JetBlue 991 is A320 at Fort Lauderdale. Looking to pick up IFR to San Juan, ready to copy. JetBlue 991, Miami Center. Voice clearance, you can expect it in about 60 seconds. Southwest 588, you are 26 miles from Holland, clear at Holland, cross Holland at 5,000, cleared straight in Holland from Windsor left bridge. Maintain, let's see what else on the speed limit show.
Alright, Holland, 5,000 cleared.
Giant 8960 depart my airspace, change to the advisor, frequency approved.
Over here, Tom, how about tonight, Giant 8960, and it seems like, yeah, they don't like me over there in Jacksonville.
That's okay, I'll have a talk with you.
Have a good night.
Good night, Southwest 2013, clear at College.
Clear College,
Number 135, you're clear at Copra, and at pilot's discretion, it's going to maintain 3,000. Southwest 2013, 30 miles from Holland, cross Holland at 5,000, cleared ILS runway 1, straight in ILS runway 10 left bridge.
Clear College, make it 5,000, clear ILS.
Southwest 588, maintain 250 knots or greater until Holland, and then 190 knots or greater until the final approach fix. Southwest 2013, maintain 250 knots or less until Holland, and then 190 knots or less until the final approach fix.
250 or less until Holland and 190.
Wing 6090, plan the left side or the right side tonight?
We're going to be on the left side of the wing 69.
Wing 69, ready. Plan the Alice approach runway 10 left.
We'll plan for the around 10 left until the wing 69. Thanks.
November 135, you're 13 miles from Copra, cross Copra at 3,000, cleared ILS runway 8 right approach.
Hello, Center, this is Delta 350,
requesting IFRQ to Jackson, currently in Orlando.
Hello, I do not provide services for the Orlando International Airport. I'm sorry about that.
Oops, I'm sorry then.
No problem.
Orlando Center, good evening. Citation 5534 ID Wayline in airspace now. We're at 19,500 climbing to 3, flight level 334.
November 55 Sierra Charlie Miami Center, hello. Squawk ident.
I did. Squawk ident.
November 55 Sierra Charlie radar contact. Con and maintain flight level 270, that'll be the final.
Alright, good evening, 270, stop by station.
Southwest 2013, you can resume normal speed at this point in space. Yeah, right. Wing 69, descend maintain 8,000.
Counting 8,000, still wing 69. Miami departure, hello, Paulista 8811 heavy, out of 1800 climbing to 5,000.
Paulista 8811. Miami Center getting a radar contact, calling maintain flight level 310.
Climbing to level 310, 8811 heavy.
November 1 tree 5, connect tower 18 tree, good day. Southwest 5, 88, the wind 080 at 10, runway 10 left, clear to land.
And Miami JetBlue 991, standing by.
My apologies, JetBlue 991, you're cleared to the San Juan Airport, Snapper 2 departure, Pimax transmission that is filed, maintain 4,000, expect flight level 370, 10 minutes after departure, departure at this frequency, squawk 1106.
Clear to San Juan via the Snapper 2 departure, Pimax transition that is filed, maintain 4,000, expect flight level 270, 10 minutes after departure, departure frequency with you, 1106 on the box, JetBlue 99.
November 55 Sierra Charlie, are you time warping, sir? November 55 Sierra Charlie, Miami Center.
Miami Center, Southwest 1297, very good evening to you. Climb and flight level 370, climbing 380 inbound,
Southwest 1297, you're entering from the east. Headed west, squawk 0735 and ident.
0735 ident Southwest 1297.
Southwest 2013, and wind 08010, runway 10 left, clear to land, you're 12 miles in trails company track.
Copy the wind, 10 left.
Miami Tower 6, number 903 Alpha 2, checking in 1000, we're currently over.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your patience there. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and, where's it at? There we go. We're going to go ahead and accelerate time. That looks like, let's see where we're at. Let's grab this back here. Yep. Jet in, I appreciate your comments there. It's kind of the tough thing with the long hauls is you end up having to do departures at night or daylight, and if you want a good one, unless you're flying all daylight, then it gets kind of annoying. So but let's go ahead and take a look at where we're at. We are just coming over Haiti, or near Haiti. That would be Haiti down there, I believe, the Dominican Republic. And I do not believe I had any conversations with air traffic control. Nobody pinged me, nothing going on there. So we are done with ATC for now. So we will go over here. And we're just making kind of a little arc all the way down. Saying that, let's get this out of the way. Right there, and we will go ahead and accelerate time. There we go. We are 4x right now. Let's check that. And then we are also about 2 hours away from our first step climb. And we'll go 8 right there. Alright, so slowed it down to actual time here. Getting ready to make our turn. Let the simulator itself kind of get things going. About 4.5 away from our turn. So we'll get the turn accomplished. Then we got kind of a little dog leg there. I think I may just, let's go to the legs page. Alright, with that, let's accelerate to the next waypoint. 8X, we're good. Just had somebody go zipping by us. We are coming up on what is that, Puerto Rico? Alright, I want to adjust our range down a little bit, see what that is saying. Ah. Okay, cool, bond. And Bib C, we're going to go direct, lock it. Leap over. Alright, so we're good there. Let's accelerate time again. With that, looks like everybody is off. School, what's going on, man? Good to have you on board. My night is going well, even better now that you showed up. Welcome, pal. I haven't talked to you in a little bit. Things going all right. Man, good to see you. We're time accelerating. We're on our way to Rio. Should be there for a nice early sunrise or mid-morning arrival. So that's what I was just going to do. Got my step climb coming up, so once we get to the step climb, I'll go ahead and return to normal time, and then we will do check a couple of things, and we'll be good. But yeah, good to have you on board, school. Well, the flight is an 8-hour flight, but I'm accelerating it, so I am hoping to be on the ground, say within the next 45 minutes to 1 hour. We'll use the time compression as best we can. We're flying into Rio, and it should be a pretty nice little arrival. But it does show us on the ground in Rio at 10:11 Zulu, and that's 5.5 hours from now. So we should be pretty good. Yeah, I just covered a couple hundred miles there, and got our step climb coming up here, and nice. I appreciate that, man. Always good to have you on board. How's your summer treating you so far? Flying the big bird tonight. Okay, so LNAV, the top button here, Yeah, it's a good plane for night. The Trip 7, yep. So LNAV stands for lateral navigation, and it's what makes you go left and right. And then VNAV is vertical navigation, and that's what makes you go up or down. And it is based on your flight plan, or when you get down to your stars, your SIDs, your approaches, it'll take care of your glide slope, or getting you set up for your glide slope, and then starting your downward descent. Once you get onto the approach, then you would hit your approach button. Localizer is essentially what you use instead of LNAV close into the airport, and that catches the localizer for the runway you're landing on. Gives you a little more precise guidance laterally, and then approach gives you it binds both the vertical and the lateral navigation aspects of the autopilot and those functions, and it gets you all the way down to the runway or your decision height, or 1,000 foot, whenever your company says is good for you to manually fly the aircraft. So, but that's what LNAV is. LNAV stands for lateral navigation, so your left and right, and then VNAV stands for your vertical navigation, which is your up and down. So. But yeah, no worries, anytime, man. If you have any other questions, let me know. But that's VNAV will take care of your climb as you're climbing out on your standard instrument departure, or your SID. So if you're climbing out, say you're flying out of Denver, you have to climb and maintain at or below 10,000 feet till you're probably about 30 miles away from the airport. And then you can start your climb up to your designated flight altitude, or whatever the departure chart says. So if it has you at 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, and then hold you at 10,000, and then once you get past something, then it'll go up. Favorite food has to be I would say Mexican food. I'm a big fan of Mexican food. Because you can there's so much variety with the Mexican food, all with the same stuff, so I'm pretty basic. How about you? What do you like? What's your favorite? Alright, looks like we're about 160 from our step climb. We'll keep on chugging along for now. Gotta say, yeah, what's your favorite food? Japanese. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. I live in Colorado, so there's not a great deal of seafood that can be had here. When I lived in Australia, yeah, couldn't beat it. Fresh seafood was amazing. Let's bring this back. We're 80 miles out. I've been having a lot of fun with this 777, going back and forth between this and the 737. They're both great airplanes, so can't go wrong with either one of them. This one has its idiosyncrasies or its crazy aspects, and then the 737 the same way. It's got its little quirks and toyfels, so. Alright, so we're 5 miles away from our step climb. I'm going to go ahead and adjust this to 370. That's step up to 370. Max 372 is what they're recommending. 350. We're good at 370. We're currently having a 18 knot headwind, so alright, well, let's go ahead and start our step climb. The 737-700 is a fun airplane to fly. The 737-600 is like a sport car. That little fellow, get up and go. And the MAX airplanes are all real nice. They got a bad rap. You just have to work through it, right? Yeah. That is the wind over the fuselage. And that's the hard part about doing some of these night flights is I find it very relaxing up here on the flight deck when it's dark and calm and cool, collected. So there's not a lot to look at, but the noises, the sounds, the apparent stillness of everything is comforting and relaxing. Alright. So we're coming up on Leopard. Let's make our cruise altitude 370. So there we have it. We have our cruise altitude 370 set. We can go back over to VNav once we get stabilized at 370, about another 20 feet. I have a WinWing F-18 cockpit in front of me. That's the hardware that I have. Because I play a lot of DCS in the F-18 Hornet, so yeah, kind of keeps it from getting too stale. It's the same song, but I appreciate that. All right, re-engage VNav, and we're good. So there we go. We'll stay unaccelerated here for the next 40 miles, then we'll make the right turn and we will re-accelerate the aircraft over the time. And we're coming up on sunrise should start, well, that's Zulu time, so sunrise should start happening here in just a little bit. My dream job is probably training dogs, and not having to, just training dogs, and that's it. Don't have to do anything else. I am ready to retire is what I'm saying, so. How about you? What's your dream job? Dogs are the best people around. So do you want to do commercial flying, like fly for an airline, or do you want to do military flying, or what kind of flying do you want to do? And I guess I could let you know is I just passed my Part 107 test today, so now I can operate a drone commercially in the United States. Commercial? Keep with it, man. How far into school are you? And where are you located? Like, what? Just give me a state. Or country. Country will work. Oh, nice. Yeah, so you're good. Keep going to school, keep your math skills up, go to physics. Yeah, you'll be a pilot. I think yeah. You want to fly for like Southwest or United or? Nice. Are you flying at all? Do you have do you have your private license or anything? California is a fun place to learn to fly, so there's definitely a lot you can do there. There's a lot of air traffic control involved. Well, definitely get out and get yourself a little intro flight. Most of them are reasonable. Southwest is great. I don't know. On YouTube, there's a guy called Flying with Big Earn. I don't know if you watch him or not. He's a Southwest pilot, and he takes you out on some of his flights. And I think he flew Air Force, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. Looks like maybe Mars right up there. But yeah, look up Flying with Big Earn. He talks a little bit about what it's like to get hired and how to go about it, and how he and his classmates, and he's been chugging along and having a good time. He flies for Southwest. So yeah. Depends on how you're able to get your pilot license. It's not cheap, and depending on where you're at, what kind of learner you are, definitely keep going with school. I like that your username is School is Cool, because school is cool. If you're not learning, you're not growing. If you're not growing, you're just a stick in the mud. So keep on learning, do what you can. Get out to the local airport, wherever that one, whatever that one's closest to you. See who does introduction flights. Yeah. Keep thinking about working at the airport for money. Yeah, flying with Big Earn. If I, give me a minute, maybe I can post it up in the chat. Alright, we made our turn. I'm going to go ahead and accelerate so we're not here forever. And going up to 8x again. There we go. Hard work pays off, man. I know it sounds silly, but the more you do now, the easier it gets later on. So keep learning, keep putting in the hard work, keep doing the stuff, and at the end of the day, you're going to be ahead of everybody. So all right, we got a lot of flying to go here. Nice, that's a good shirt. And hard work does pay off, man. And before we get too far into this, I'm going to go ahead and reset and close that. We need to go back to our, let's see, 380 at Ilkus and 390. You know, I could not tell you right now. It is a free YouTube song for streamers. I could post it up later. And it's not a very long song. It's only like a couple minutes. So that helps me. That lets me know that we're doing the time acceleration. So if I go like this and I accelerate to 2x, it's the yellow. 4x goes to red. 8x, it stays red. There we go. Alright, we're back to cruising along at 8 times as we still got to get all the way across South America now, so we are chugging right along. $10:11. Looks like we've got about 4 hours to go on the clock. Oh, favorite car. I don't know that I have a favorite car. Favorite motorcycle is going to be a Ducati Panigale. I do like my hypermotard though. But if we're gonna go car, maybe if we went sports car, I'd have to go with the Lamborghini. I've always been a fan for the Lamborghinis. And then truck or utility vehicle, I'd have to hop into Range Rover Defender or something like that, one of the new ones. Well, which things in the 3.7 Max look like they're Trip 7? So what's your favorite car? What are you driving now? Or are you driving yet? And there are a lot of similarities between this and the. Yep. Nice. So the gear lever and the Max, those are the same because the 777 was using it, and then when they started making the Max, it makes more sense than the big one they have in the 738s or non-Max aircraft. Same with the fuel control valves. Just kind of makes it a little easier, a little more modern. There's yeah. So there is a lot of you got to think about it. If you're making a bunch of Boeing aircraft, you got to keep all the systems sort of the same. Ah, the Chiron, and the Plaid's a good car. Yeah, we'll see. That Plaid's, it's a little ridiculous with how fast it can apply power to the wheels. So very torquey. But I was reading something about a Bugatti. The oil change on like a Bugatti is like either $25,000 or something like that, because you literally have to disassemble the whole tail end of that vehicle to get to the filters and purge all the oil. So not one of the things I would look forward to trying to shell out money for is get that little fella's oil changed. Yeah. But that's another thing is any of the vehicles I have, I would like to be able to work on them without having to take it to the dealer or the factory to have them work on something. So yeah, that's one you have to look up on YouTube, is a Bugatti oil change, because there's like a time lapse of it, and you got to take all the body panels off, and then you got to disassemble the frame and get part of the motor out of the way. If I bought a plane, if I could own any plane, I would own a Gulfstream. One of the newer ones probably, but Gulfstream's always had a place in my heart, or the Learjet. an old Lear 31. I think you've seen me fly it on the channel here. If there were no bands or anything like that, I would definitely own like a F15 or an F18. Looks like we're about 3 hours away from touchdown. Coaster, what's going on, man? Welcome aboard. Favorite airliner would be the 737. I sure do like that Max though. And favorite fighter jet, that's a toss-up. I've always been a fan of the F-18, and the F-15 has always been sort of the dream airplane for me. But that F-22 is looking pretty sharp. I'm not a fan of the F-35. How about you guys? I'm good, pal. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, but that Max 7 they're stopping production on. Just not enough buyers for it. The Max 8's a great airplane. It was interesting. In 2018, I was at the plant in Renton, or staying at the hotel right next to it, and just seeing all those 737s roll off the factory floor like that was so impressive, so cool. It was fun to watch. Okay. I guess if we're talking, one of my all-time favorite aircraft is going to be the SR-71 Blackbird. That airplane, considering they built that thing in the 50s, and to this day nothing has beat it as far as what it could do, its capabilities. That's an impressive feat, and I think that's just a very classic style, beautifully functional aircraft. So oh, nice. Yep. And then, so at work, we always get the British Airways A350-1K. Have you seen that one? It's got triple bogies like the 777 does as far as main gear. So it's got 3 pairs of wheels on each side. Yeah, so that is the passenger sign. So it used to be no smoking, so I can turn that off, but see, it says no electronics and seat belts. So I just had that on because it's one of those things. It used to say no smoking, but now there's no smoking at all allowed on airplanes. A lot of times they read. They'll do tests. Flights like this, they get to go in the crew rest quarters. So, a funny story about the 1000. When it first came into Denver, the controllers So like the 737 or the 777, they have the code. So for 737-800, it's 738. For the 900, it's 739. For the 747-400, it's 744. So the A350 1K or 1000 was A351K, and the controllers had never seen that before. They're like, what's the 1K stand for? And the pilot had to explain to him it's for the 1000 model. It's a pretty airplane. That's a big airplane. They are fun. It's crazy to, well, I grew up doing long haul flights. It's interesting to think how they've evolved. It used to take me 12 hours to get from like London to JFK. And it was just a very long flight, and then now you can do London to Denver, and that's 8 hours. So window heat, if you look right here outside, the outside air temperature is minus 18 degrees centigrade, not Fahrenheit. So that turns into yeah, like minus 30. So because we're out here, we have to keep the windows free of ice, and so with it being minus 18, you want to have the window heat on. You want to keep those windows from freezing, because if they freeze, they also become brittle, and then they can crack and break and do all kinds of fun things. Tips for long haul sim flights. I mean, if you can do it in the 777, keeping your butt in the seat's kind of tough. Yeah, so if you're going to do it real time, are you going to do it on the 777, or are you going to do it in something else and no time compression? Or so tips for doing long haul flights are just be prepared. It's a lot of time spent at cruise. JFK to Haneda, what is that, 10.5 hours? That's a pretty ambitious flight. Yeah. But either way, it's a lot of fun. Just have yourself a nice soda or beverage or energy drink or whatever it is you drink, and try not to get bored. Try and I don't know if you watched my Tahiti flight, my arrival the other day. I was more stressed out about just getting to the airport and landing than actually paying attention to what I was flying into. So when I got to Tahiti, there were thunderstorms all over the place, and my flight profile was completely off, and yeah, there was nothing controlled about that first approach. Do your research on the airport, do your research on the approaches, meaning look at it, read them, figure them out, get them sorted out, and you'll be okay. Find things to do when you're at cruise. About midpoint is when you want to try and bring which we're past midpoint now, so and we can do that. I'll go ahead and slow the aircraft down for a minute. Yeah, so use your resources in your aircraft. Accidentally went 16x there. Ah, okay. Yeah, so 748. So yeah, just get things sorted out. So about midpoint, you'll want to check, make sure everything is good for your arrival. Nice. So we're going Sierra Bravo Golf Lima. That'll go there. And we'll go ahead and do VATSIM, see if it'll pull anything for us. And we're good to go there. So get the information for the airport you're going to. Have your charts set up. You'll see we are set up for, you probably can't see that. My apologies, guys. And since you're just learning flight and all the other fun stuff, cruise is a great time to go through. And so there's the information for us. So give me just a second. Let me get this out of the way. So our new message has come in there. And information Charlie 0300 Zulu. Surface wind 090 degrees at 4 knots. And does that coincide with our arrival runway? We're looking to land on runway 15. And we may want to see if we could land runway 10. So this is what you do when you're in cruise, is you go over your charts, you read all your notes on the chart. Right here it's telling me 125 mandatory use the tow bar for aircraft with wingspan greater than 79 feet or 24 meters. Max wingspan of 118. Engine run-ups, there's no area for engine run-ups. So let's see, apron 1 is intended for international flights, domestic commercial flights, government flights, air taxis, and in exceptional situations for commercial helicopter flights. Apron 2, international flights, domestic, okay, apron 5 and domestic. So let's see, apron 1, apron 2, and then apron 5. Alright, so then let's see, what do you think? Well, we can set up for runway 10. Let's do that. So Navigraph is a great app for the charts, but it's a subscription thing. And then and it's very well integrated into Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's another new one that came out. Do a little research, do do a search on Navigraph alternative, and it'll come up with that. I think we'll change to runway 10. Let me do this. Oh, we want that back, and we'll go to airports, and we'll go here, weather, and terminal area forecast. So let's see. 2156 Zulu 0300404 130 at 5 knots, becoming 0300 0303 090 at 5 knots. Temporary from 6 to 12. 330. So we're coming in. We're expected to be there at 10. Let's see. Let's go back to A. Let's see if there's an ATIS, a VATSIM. There's nothing. It just extrapolated that. The current METAR 030400 Zulu. So the third day at 0400 Zulu. That was about 4 hours ago. Wind 080. 1,000 feet. And then altimeter 101022. We can change that because we are flying into a hectopascals airport. Well, let's just continue with runway 15. I don't know that I want to do the whole taxi back and then into the ramp there. If we land here, we can exit at Foxtrot, come back Bravo, Lima 4 into apron 1. So let's see. Taxiway Bravo in November cleared for occasional landing departure. What in the world? Wow. I guess this airport's just free for all sometimes. Alright, then let's go into, we also want to go back to our airports. Let's go to the charts. Taxi, got the 10-9. Bravo. Alright, let's see. I'm going to have to take a pause here for a couple minutes, gentlemen, and then I'll go look up where we're parking in Rio, and I'll be back. Alright, we are back, and we got time accelerating. We got the sun coming up. Should be a nice, beautiful sunrise arrival into Rio. We are parking at Terminal 2, Gate 31. That is set up for an aircraft my size. So we're pretty good there. Got that marked out on the chart, and we're gonna fly until probably about 9. We'll keep accelerated until about 9:30. But you see, I did do a calculation. We're at flight level 370. Coaster on. Give me just a second. So what you end up doing is, so you have your arrival, your standard terminal arrival, so whatever one you are using to get to the airport from sort of your general direction of travel. So since we're coming in from the north, and I'll show you here in just a second, I'll bring it up. Let's get to, let's see, they want us, we should be 11. So let's get to 9:21, and then I'll decelerate, and we will go through that for you. Keep that posted. Keep that on the tip of your mind, and we'll get that squared away. So. Alright, it's cool, it's cool. I appreciate it, man. I'm kind of accelerating. We'll get to a point here in just a second. I'll stop the acceleration, and then kind of explain what we're planning on doing, and then go from there. So I would say we're probably 40 minutes away from actually touching down. I'm going to go ahead and pull us out of time warp at 0921. And then have some discussions, because I have time accelerated 8 times. So remember, we were talking about the clock. So once that reads 21, I'll go ahead and reset our auto cruise, our speed acceleration. Oh no, yeah, no, we are probably 35-40 minutes away from touchdown. All right, nice. One more turn, one more sweep of that, and we should be good. And we'll go ahead and reset that. Alright, so now we are cruising along at normal time. Got the sunrise coming up over on our left there. And to kind of talk you through what's going on, Coaster, what you do is you will get your flight plan, you'll get your dispatch and everything, and it'll look something like this right here. Let me, I can put it over here. So that's what it'll look like. It's got a lot of pages to it. It has your planned fuel, all your weights, dispatcher, who you are, you're the pilot. And then it has your route here. So big thing is you make sure that when you program the aircraft, you program it for this. Yeah, it's a nice sunrise. So, but what you do is you program your aircraft for all of this. You get your clearance from wherever you're starting from. So we started in Miami. They give you they have all this. It's all programmed into their system automatically. It's all done via computers. They just get it and they get your initial, and then they say you're clear as filed. And then you got to go all the way down here. It gives you your, well, let me bring up a different panel so it makes it a little easier for you to see. Alright, so here's your flight plan. So leaving Miami, they expect you to depart on runway 08 right, which we did, and this is the departure procedure you have. So the Clada 2 to BTAC, and then direct to Harbig, and then all your route, all your waypoints, all your airways are in there, all the way down to your airport. You're going to Sierra Bravo Golf Lima, landing on runway 15. So you put this flight plan in as close to this as possible. Sometimes air traffic control will make some changes to it based on traffic or closures or weather or something like that. But most of the time, whatever you file through your company, you'll get on your flight plan. So we're going to be landing, we're going to come in on the standard terminal arrival route of Utaboa to Alpha and landing runway 15, and so you get that all set up in there. So you do all of this before you leave, because this is what all of your fuel is based on. So you've got to be able to fly to the airport that you chose and then fly for an additional 45 minutes. So that's where you get all your weights and balances and all the other fun stuff, and you get your closeout and all the good things that come with flying an airplane, and making sure it's not too tail heavy, too nose heavy, too heavy on the left or the right. It's in balance, so the aircraft is not Koyaanisqatsi, so to speak. So that's all in your operational flight plan right here, and your OFP has everything you need. If you're going to do this, get a sim brief account. It's free. It's by Navigraph, so it's good to have, and it does all your flight planning for you. Gives you your altitudes. We can go up here and I'll show you that. So you can see they have us, here's all our weights, zero fuel weight, maximum what you're estimated at. This is what they plan on, takeoff weight, cruise ground distance 3,739. All of this is visible. You're putting all this in, or in the case of this aircraft, you're kind of confirming that what you're putting in matches up with what somebody else computed for you. If it doesn't match up or get close to it, you definitely want to sort out where the problem is, where the problem lies. So the flight plan itself is pretty good. It's got everything you need, all your flight plans. The sim brief panel, so that one I just had up, this one, I do not know if it is available on Xbox or not. But this right here is all in the EFB for this one, or the electronic flight bag. I don't know that they have one for the 747, so you might have to just print it out and have papers. So this is all stuff that used to be on paper. So having that for your flight would be good. So what you do is you come in here. Let me move this out of the way for you. So once you come in here, you get it all started. You go in at ref. You make sure everything's good. You go to your route, and it'll have your departure airport, your arrival airport, and you put those in the ICAO codes. And then you come in here. You go to your departures. We can go to index. So you get a page like this. So for your departure, you would select, okay, we're going to go on runway 8 right, and you would select the departure that you're on. We did the Clada 2, and then it puts all of that information into your navigation display for you. And then when you come back here, if we go to index and then arrival, you select the runway for your arrival. You want to start with the runway first, and so this is where you would select whether it's an ILS Tango for runway 10 or ILS Uniform for runway 10. But we're doing the ILS Romeo for runway 15, and that matches up with my little tablet over here. So we've got the ILS Romeo for runway 15. So we're going to go ahead and actually do some stuff here. So since we are coming in straight in, it's going to be a straight in for us. So we just need to make sure 110.5 is our code, is our radio setting. So the nav radio 110.5 with a 149 heading. And then, yeah, and then you have our arrival here. So standard terminal, or yeah, standard terminal arrival route. So depending on where you were coming from for the airport, since we're coming from the northwest here, there's probably a northwest arrival, there's a southwest arrival, a northeast arrival, and a southeast arrival. If we go over here and look at our stars, they've got 10 of them there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. So a bunch of different arrivals on any of them, so we'll look at that. But it has your sort of highways in the sky that you would follow. So we're coming in from here, Mavgu, we would expect to come down, and it gives you your waypoints, your altitude. So that means you want to be below 120, flight level 120 at VACUB. So I can go in here, look at our legs page, look up VACUB, and there it is, and flight level 120 or below, 120 or below. If there were a speed restriction, we'd have that in here as well. And there's UTBOM, and that is what we're going to be set up. That is our initial approach fix for our ILS. And you'll see that right here, UTBOM, initial approach fix, 6,300 feet. Let's go over here, UTBOM 6,300 feet. Let's make that at 6,300 feet. There we go, and execute that. That way the computer knows what to do. The other thing we want to do is while we are here, we can come down to 3,300 feet and then 1,710. So 1,700 feet is our lowest there, but we would expect to intercept the ILS at 1,710. So we're going to go ahead and dial this all the way back down to 3,300. We can go this way. 3,300 feet. That gets us there. That gets us to EGBAT. But back over here, you have all these. So IVREV is flight level 250. Let's go ahead and change that. There we go. Now we are all set. You'll see we got a bunch of lines. We're going to do pretty much a straight in arrival. That just shows us what page we're on. So pretty much going to be a straight in arrival until we get all the way down to intercepting the ILS, which is going to be on that radio frequency we've already got tuned up automatically. And there you have it. If for some reason we needed to change, so when we took off, the winds were favoring runway 15, but it turned around, and instead of landing on runway 15, like this, like we're planning on, they have us coming in for runway 28. Oh, that was my bad, sorry. They have us coming in for runway 28, which happens a lot when you depart 8 hours prior to the time you arrive somewhere, and weather can change so quick. You just select a different runway. So if there is an issue on the arrival, so So since we're there, if there's an issue on the arrival, we just come in. Let's we can do. So we're already set. We're gonna do the ILS Romeo. So we'll just change it. Let's we can. Oh, good googly moogly. Things have changed. So we're gonna land runway 28. ILS Whiskey runway 28. Arrivals not available for that runway. And then it gives you what arrivals would be available over here. So then you would get that information from air traffic control. So we're not going to do that. We're already set up, so we can erase that and we can clear that message. But that's how you go about changing it. And then you just hit the execute button and you're good. Looks like we are coming up to our top of descent in about 160 miles. So let's back that down a little bit. And I will, let's go ahead and do some time. Oh, so the other thing we want to do is we are on the ILS localizer. Our minimums is going to be 217 feet. That is 200 feet above ground level. So let's get the minimums of 217 in the system. There you go. Got the minimum set there. Marcus, what's going on, pal? Welcome. Haha. Thanks, man. I appreciate you showing up. How'd your day go? Hope you had a good one. Hope you got some rest last night. So yeah, so now we are all set up. We use this button right here, this one here, to set our minimums. And that is 217. And we got that from right here in the chart. And we should be okay. The weather appears good for us. I don't see a whole lot of weather out there, so early morning arrivals are usually pretty calm, cool, and collected. So the other thing is we set our altitude down to 25,000 feet. That is the first one on our arrival. And IVREV, and if we go in here and look at that, we can go to legs page. And there you have IVREV 2500 or below, so we're set. Beyond that, they want to go down to 120. So on our way to IVREV, we'll switch it down to flight level 120 or 12,000 feet. Continue our descent all the way down, and then we're chugging right along. So we can go ahead and set this down to 24,000 feet. That way we don't get caught off. And then if we go over to our VNAV page, you'll see we're 129 nautical miles away from our top of descent. That looks about right there. And that puts us 30 minutes away from landing. So let's zip it along a little bit. Let's get a little closer a little sooner. Alright, so what we will do is come out at about 30 nautical miles away from our top of descent, so we can go over a couple of little things. Just about getting the aircraft set up for descent and arrival. Switched over to VNAV path, which means we are set to descend. And it will follow all the altitude restrictions. So there we go, we're there. So 30 miles out, 40 miles out, we want to go ahead and bring up our checklist. And descent, we're going to go ahead and hit that recall. Nothing on our system there, so it is good. All our notes have been taken care of. Auto brake, we're going to go ahead and set up for an auto brake 3. Well, we'll do that in just a second. So landing data and approach briefing. So that's where we come over here. We go to the performance tool, landing dispatch, and we're planning on landing on runway 15. Import from OFP. Import the weather, current weather 30.18. We can set that. So I use that knob right there to change that to 3018, and so we're good there. We can calculate that, and that gives us landing distance. So if we just land 422 feet, we can float it a little bit. We're good there. So now we go to the landing en route, and we calculate that. Oh, that's my bad. So import from the OFP, import from aircraft. That gives us 47. We're good. Auto brakes 3, import weather, still showing the same, and then we can calculate that, and we're good. So it puts us about 6,200. If we changed our auto brake, say we changed that to auto brake 2, and calculate it again, you'll see that orange line move that way. There you go. Yeah, we'll go back to auto brake 2. Or auto brake 3. It's just sort of the standard on this aircraft, so puts us at our landing weight of 470,000 pounds, VREF speed of 143, flaps at 30. So what we do then is we go over here, let the aircraft know what we're doing, and you'll see it's 143 at flaps 30, and right now the aircraft's reading that. I'm comfortable with what the aircraft's giving me, so we'll go like that. And then put that there, and 138, so we're good. That will get us down and onto the runway and stopped in time before the end of the runway. So, and plenty of time should we need to shoot a missed approach, we should be good to go. Speaking of missed approaches, we'll go over here, we'll go ahead and look at our ILS. Missed approach is pretty standard, climb to 500 feet, and then heading of 149er. 149er is our final approach course, and if you look, that'll take us kind of out over the ocean. That would be the, what is that ocean? Oh dang, that's my bad. So out over the Atlantic. So we'll come over here. If you look at it, we come in, and 149, then we would get turns to there. Let's go ahead and read the climb to 5,000 feet, maintain 149 until 500 feet, then turn left to CX1 VOR radial 115 outbound to Utkup. After, maintain CX VOR 115 outbound to Sizer for hold. Alright, our transition altitude is 7,000 feet. Transition level is by air traffic control. We're good. No air traffic control. And drag is required. So we can go ahead and oh yeah, the tablet's a good one. So then, yeah, there we go. We are on our descent. We want to try and maintain these two little fellows close together. So auto brake has been selected, landing data has been put in, and our approach briefing has been completed. So on to the next. That'll be our approach. That just makes sure that we have our altimeter set and we're no longer in the standard ISA, or hit the standard button right here. So with that, we are probably 20 minutes away from touchdown. And right on schedule, we're good. cool. It's cool. I appreciate it, man. You have a good night. Go ahead and watch the landing when you get a chance, pal. And good luck on your flight. Oh, no. Coaster's doing the flight. Alright, with that, we're going to go ahead and turn the no electronics on while we descend. Just lets them know we're on the way down. Thanks, pal. Appreciate you. Thank you for watching, man. Alright, everything's looking good. Heading that we want is 149. Come down to 12. Coaster on, man. Good luck on your flight. If you have any questions, hit me up either in chat or send me a message. I appreciate it, man. Have a good night. We'll catch you in a little bit. Enjoy the flight. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are on approach into Rio. Landing, speed brake is out. It is deployed right now. We are descending below 10,000 feet. We are getting ready to join the ILS Romeo runway 15 into Rio. Looks like there might be some fog up there, so that'd be awesome. But we're going to do our best to keep this airplane chugging right along. It's doing pretty good. There we go, and we are at 240. We can hold this for now. Gigso, they want us above 7,000. Let's just make it 7,000. Nice. Look at this approach. It's beautiful. Alright, let's get everybody seated and in their seatbelts on. We're good to go. We're ready. Nothing to worry about up here. Everything appears A-OK. Fuel's doing good. FMC message. Drag required. Dropping back down to 240. Speed brake extended. We're good. I wonder if that's what that does. If it... we will have to see. But we are doing pretty good. We're coming up and we are... What is that? 20. So that's 15... 25 miles out. Speed brake is armed. Speed brake is actually coming out. Cabin is ready. And with that, we'll go flaps 5. Rio traffic, Clipper 69er Heavy joining the ILS runway 15 Rio. So we just need to do this, bring this down to 220. There we go. All right. We're 20 out. Let's see if we can pick up the localizer. Mohammed, welcome back, man. Thanks for showing up for the landing. I appreciate that, pal. Saw you checked in when I first started. Unfortunately, I didn't hear you check in, but that's my bad. I saw you there, so We're going to go ahead and engage the localizer. Looks like we might capture that. Localizer has been captured. We're good. And then we could probably arm the approach. So we're good. And with that, we're going to go flaps 15. Get the aircraft slowed down some more. 210. Nice crazy weather. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Welcome to Rio, folks. All right, 14 miles out. We are flaps 15. Let's go ahead and slow it down to 200. And our reference speed is 138, so we're good. Let's go ahead and slow this all the way down to flaps 5 speed. And with that, we'll go flaps 20 and gear down. We're 10 miles out. We'll let Rio traffic know that. Rio traffic, Clipper 69 heavy, 10 mile final, ILS runway 15, Rio. Let's go out and take a look, see what this airplane looks like, all dirty. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Alright, back into the flight deck. Do not have the runway in sight. Arm that speed brake. Let's go ahead and slow it back down to about 165. And coming up on about, what are we, 8 nautical miles. Look at that. And once we get flaps 30, that'll go. Go 157. And it looks like we got glide slope captured, so we're good. We are on the way. Flaps 30. We'll slow it down to ref speed 138. Plus 5. Land 3. Rio traffic, Clipper 69er, 5 mile final, runway 15, Rio. Looking for the runway. I'm not seeing anything out there. We are on that little island. We are on glide slope. We're doing pretty good here. Glide slope and localizer, we're good. Maybe I see the runway. Got the runway in sight. My aircraft.
Approaching minimums.
There we go.
Minimums.
Continue.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
'Alright, welcome. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rio. We're going to go over here to taxi off the end of the runway to the left. We'll go back over to the terminal. Oh, I forgot to do that one. Alright, so we are here. Let's go ahead and get the APU started. Auto brakes are disengaged and off. We're good. And we can go ahead and get these off. Let's see what our landing rate monitor said. What? No way. That felt like a decent one, not too bad. Still got those stutters. Rio traffic, Clipper 69er, clear runway 15 Rio. I wonder if we have clearance for those poles. Alright, let's go out and take a look. No way. Taxiing on the red line. This is not made for us. We're taking out some edge lights here, folks. Ching ching. You would think this airport would be made for heads. Alright, so we're going Terminal 2. What do you think? Think we make the right turn in here? Let's go in here. And where were we going? Which gate? We're going to 31. Terminal 2, gate 31. I will have to go in and read those charts again. That's a little crazy how skinny it was there. There's logic to it somewhere, but we'll get it figured out. I think we can turn off our runway lights. Welcome to Rio, folks. Marcus, coaster on, school is cool. Mohammed, I appreciate you guys being here. Made for a fun flight. Is that Latma Latam on my spot? Bet you he is. I can only imagine. Oh, it's Azure. I can only imagine how crazy this place is during Carnival. Yeah, he's parked on my spot, isn't he? Because those are not the correct labels. That taxi light can come off. Alright, we are parked up at the gate. We can go ahead and turn off our strobes. We can go ahead and turn off our engines. And we can go ahead and turn off our beacon. Everything's spooling down correctly. We're good to go. We're going to go over here. We're going to hit our... Oh, we need to get this out of the way. Alright, let's go back over here. Ground operations. Let's get the chalk set. Request ground power and a jetway connection. Looks like the jetway's coming up. We're doing pretty good. We're all set. Let's go to door management. Disarm all. Open the L2 door. And ground service vehicles. Let's get everybody out here. Request all. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me on today's flight. Got a very big car doing something weird over there. Alright, let's release cabin cleaning. Oh, wow. Maintenance. All right, there you have it, folks. We are in Rio. It was a good flight. Appreciate everybody being here. Thank you very much for joining me on tonight's flight, and we'll catch you guys in a little bit. It is fun flying this 777. Long hauls can be a little arduous, especially at night, but that was very comfortable, very relaxing for me. So again, I want to thank everyone for joining me on tonight's flight to Rio de Janeiro from Miami. Hope you all have a great day. Thank you for joining me. If you like this kind of flying, hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell. For those of you that were online with me, Marcus, Mohammed, Rachel, Coasters, School is Cool, thank you very much for keeping me entertained during the flight. It's as much fun for me to have you guys on the flight as it is for you to be on the flight. So with that, I'd like to say thank you once again. Have a great day. We'll catch you on the next flight.